Hello and welcome to our latest beef market update from AHDB Market Intelligence. The end of the EU exit transition period is now just over a month away, and the trade picture between the UK and the EU is still unclear. With this in mind, we wanted to take another look at the possible impacts that exiting the EU without a trade deal would have on the UK beef sector. But before we get into that, let's remind ourselves of how supply and demand for beef balances in the UK and how the EU markets feed into this. In 2019, the UK was 86% self-sufficient for beef. This was an increase of 6% on the previous year due to a combination of increased production and reduced consumption. More beef needed to be exported to balance the market. With self-sufficiency at this level, the UK is a net importer of beef year after year. In 2019, the gap between UK beef production and domestic consumption was 152,000 tonnes. In order to fill this deficit, 315,000 tonnes of beef were imported, as 163,000 tonnes were exported. Total beef production in 2019 reached 914,500 tonnes. Consumption during the same period was estimated at 1.1 million tonnes. International trade is important not only to meet demand, but also balance the carcass, and demand for the different cuts of beef that are purchased by consumers in the UK. Most of the beef that is imported comes in the form of fresh, boneless beef, and the EU is an important destination for cow beef, for example. Exports tend to be at a lower price than imports. The major exporter of beef to the UK is Ireland. In 2019, Irish beef accounted for 78% of imports entering the UK. Ireland is also the largest export destination for UK beef exports, with a large amount of trade taking place between the two countries, with further processing taking place on both sides of the Irish Sea. The UK's main other export destinations are also currently in the EU, in particular the Netherlands and France. However, the UK does export elsewhere, and recent trade deals with Japan and the US have opened wider market access. In the event of no deal being reached between the UK and the EU, UK exports to the EU could face tariffs. The UK government has published the tariffs it intends to impose on imported beef. These tariffs could be subject to a revision at a later date. These import tariffs, combined with the UK's position as a net importer, imply that beef prices here can be expected to rise. However, even if a deal is agreed, it is not necessarily all plain sailing across the channel for UK beef exports. The UK will become a third country, and so there will be some impacts on trade regardless of tariffs. These might include increases in the time taken for transportation due to checks at borders, and are expected to increase the cost of doing business in any case. It is reasonable to expect some disruption to trade, in particular in the early days. Leaving the EU allows the UK to strike its own trade deals, which could offer both opportunities and risks for the UK beef industry. The UK is not the most competitive country in terms of the cost of production, although UK beef may fetch premium prices in specific markets around the world. On the other hand, after time, there is a chance competitively priced beef imports entering the UK from countries where costs of production are much lower, such as Brazil and Argentina. For more information on how the UK's exit from the EU might affect beef markets, head to the AHDB website. We have lots of tools and resources to help your business and keep you up to date on the latest developments, including webinars, podcasts, and written publications. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment on this video or pop us an email at redmeat.mi@ahdb.org.uk. Thank you.